All right, so now we're going to talk about black and white conversion. And you may be asking why we didn't do that right after the color and we jumped over into history and snapshots. Usually, a lot of times, you're kind of torn between should I stay with color or should I go black and white? And there are different reasons why you would do one or the other. And sometimes it's nice to have both of them to compare. And so that's where the history and the snapshots can really be a great tool to be able to look at the two different ones. But now we want to jump into black and white and talk about how to work with it. Now you've got a couple different ways to do this. First of all, you could just click on black and white and it's going to desaturate it, and you see vibrance and saturation go away, but you can still work on all the rest of the stuff. You can auto tune it here, tone it, not auto tune, that would be singing, and take care of a lot of this here. Even the highlights, everything works pretty well there. Or you could come down here to this one and just click on the tone, the black and white, and you'll see that what's going on here is very similar to what you've seen with the color and the hue, saturation, and luminance. You've got all these, the red, orange, and all that has been moved around, auto done. You can see right here we've auto corrected for black and white, but I can decide to change that. Maybe I want to take the red and brighten it up or darken it. Usually the blue is one with the sky. Notice, just like in the color, the mountains really respond to that. But once again, we have the target adjustment tool in case we're not sure. Like once it's converted to black and white, I'm not really sure what tones I need to work on. I can just click on these trees and I can bring them up or bring them down. It still wants to go for the clouds more than the trees. I mean the mountains more than the trees. So I can darken that up. I can take the sky and lighten it up, or I could try to darken it. But here once again, the sky is pretty clipped. I'm not having a lot of information there, so that one's pretty much, I'm kind of screwed there, but I can come into the grass right here and darken it up or lighten it up, all just by using the target adjustment tool, or I can come back in here and move this. If at any time I've tweaked it too much and I don't like it, I could always go back to the auto, or I could double click and straighten everything out that way. So just know that this black and white and this black and white are basically doing the same thing. It's just a matter of do you want to have more control here, or do you want to do a lot with it up in the just more of the contrast and stuff like that right up there. Now should you want to go back to color, just click on color right there, and now all the black and white information is gone and you're back to color. And now you can see that vibrance and saturation are back here. But very powerful way to change the look of your image by going with black and white and just adjusting those sliders. But I definitely suggest playing around with the target adjustment tool to really fine tune where you're hitting certain areas in there.